Hey guys, welcome to another session of Reading Between the Lines. So, Epic 7, first anniversary coming up. This is pretty cool. I think from what I've read so far, there might be potentially a lot more information coming. Might come more next week. But this week, I think it's like already really like setting us up for some hype. A lot of free stuff, and yeah. So let's get into it. On this page, it will lead you to other pages, and I'm gonna talk about them separately in detail. But we get this. This is a daily login reward. It's an artifact, very nice to have. I mean, it's not like a totally like big game changer thing, but it's a nice to have. So anyone that has this artifact on will grant a 10% extra experience to the entire party, so it might be very, very helpful, especially if you're like leveling like fodder, even though fodder does level quite quickly. But let's say if you're leveling up heroes and you don't want to use penguins, that kind of stuff, but the 10% will make all the difference. The artifact does not need to be enhanced, so you don't need multiple copies, and you don't need to put in any single resource, any charms in it. But there are potentially like people who just have so many resources, like cosmic whales, that might just do it because they want to do it. But I wouldn't recommend it. September Automaton Tower improvements. So I totally forgot about Automaton Tower being a thing. But yes, it is coming again. Of course, it is coming September. New rewards. As you can read here, while I was reading this, the people on the stream were just like, keep reading, Jay, again. It gets better. This Automaton Tower reward chest. New system. I don't know if this is gonna go on like from here on out, or is it just for the anniversary. Not 100% sure about that, but it's kind of cool. So you get to select your rewards now. So in a way, I guess they want to diversify what players have. So instead of like everybody having the exact same ring, but maybe some people have salty substats, some people don't have salty substats. They want to diversify. So now when you click on it, you can select particular items potentially. So here it is a list of like what you can actually get from them. So you can choose. I would definitely recommend on the lower levels, unless you're like a beginner. If you're like end game player, like lower levels, like probably just go for the charms, to be honest. But higher level, I would say like maybe anywhere from maybe from floor 55 and higher. Like the rewards looks like end game stuff, like potential end game stuff. So I think for end game players from floor 55 on, you would probably select the actual like rings and necklaces. Yeah, and then just skip the charms. Even though they're epic, it's not worth it, to be honest. Getting possibly a potential good gear is more worthy than the charm. It's interesting that they did introduce lifesteal again. I was wondering when they would ever introduce like event-driven like free lifesteal. We haven't seen lifesteal set since like the Abyss. Counter set, we saw like a couple pieces in Labyrinth, and of course you can get them from drops in Hell Raid, etc. But it's interesting that they're bringing them out. So just when I was wondering about that, they brought them out. It's pretty cool. This one I think is like a no-brainer. This one's a critical hit damage 11, and it's a speed necklace. I think everyone will opt for this one. That's my opinion. A speed ring with health might be useful as well, knowing that these will be epic grade. So don't think it's written here, but I'm assuming is upon opening or collecting the item, you get assigned the substats. Though the main stats are set in stone, the substats I think are gonna be RNG still. So whatever you choose, it can be salty-ish, but the main stat and the fact that it's epic, hopefully you guys get some like usable substats there. Yeah, so myself, like between the counter and lifesteal stuff, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna go for. I'm actually seeing myself use lifesteal a lot more now again, and then counter is pretty nice to have. So many heroes now need to diversify from like different types of sets, so it's really nice to have that they're giving us that option. New title change. Now this is a preview that next week there's going to be an actual event. So I think for this week, because they want to finish off Vivian's event, we won't be seeing this event until next week, which is good news for us because this means that the anniversary celebration is going to be at least, hopefully this is a 2-week event, at least 3 weeks long, if you're including this week. So that's kind of cool. So much more to, to speculate on, like what's going to be coming. Hopefully a lot more of what people are talking about will be coming. We got, as the index showed in the first page there, we have 10 free daily summons. Now, do keep this in mind that it does reset if you don't use them. So I would definitely recommend, like, as soon as you can log into the game, and if you remember to summon 10. You have 10 summons here. Don't make the mistake of not reading like what I usually do and just click one free summon and just be done with it. But just make sure, if you see that little orange dot on the top of that summon button there, on top of the Covenant summon icon on the right side, if you see the orange button, you gotta address it. Don't ignore it like me. I ignore stuff like that all the time, and I know it triggers a lot of people on stream when they see the little orange button. It's like, press the little orange button. No. Anyways, we have launch celebration buff event as well. So it was cool. We just had a buff event. We're getting it again, but this time it's a combined. It's a full-blown whammy, man. Full-blown whammy. We got this. I'm just thinking about the combo wombo. I used to say combo wombo. It made no sense. 30% experience gold increase with your drop rate increase stuff on the particular days, and it's going like back and forth all the way until Wednesday, until the patch next week. So because this is coming Thursday, so I think potentially, I don't even know how the UTC time zone works compared to mine or whatever, but I think it comes like tonight. But anyways, it comes in a couple hours. Depending on when you watch this video, it might not be relevant, me translating the time. But anyways, I think I'm going to save some energy just to be able to get the extra gold increase. I'm not 100% sure how much I need the ×2 drop rate rune, because I farmed that thing like crazy in the previous event, which is only like 2 weeks ago, which is really quick. So it's really cool that they're having this again, but it's again 1 week, right? 1 week for the anniversary, but then we get the event next week. So I really don't know what kind of other, side, what would you call these? Passive like event celebration stuff. This is really like more passive because they're just running in the background. If they're gonna like do something else in the next, I don't know, the next week as well. Check-in event. So yeah, this is what we talked about. We get a 5-star summon ticket, guys. Again, last time I did this, I think I got Charlotte, but in one of like the compensation ones or whatever, I got a Vildred, man. So hopefully this is my Euphine here, because I really want Euphine now, especially with the buffs all announced. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So you get this on the 6th day of your login. So keep in mind that you don't need to consecutively log in, but before the event period, you do want to make sure you do log in at least 7 days. But if you are watching this video, I'm assuming you are, a daily and you're addicted to this game potentially. You did a daily login, so this should be no problem. No need to remind you guys. What I did find funny though is 360 energy, 360 ancient coins, 1 million gold. I was saying that give us 3.6 million gold. That'd be awesome. 360 Covenant bookmark, 360 Molagora. Let's make Jagan content creator. 360 Molagora, man. That will last us 2 days potentially. Anyways, that's it for this one. And then the very last thing, at least for the notes that they released, is this anniversary celebration. Now, 40 people will be randomly selected if you participate in the event, which is drop a comment below. So you guys will see people dropping comments below there. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we will be able to get this. With the player base, we should be able to get 1,000 participants plus. Molagora, but if you're watching this video and you really want that, that Epic 7 merchandise, whatever it is, it's random too, I guess. May as well put it in there. And honestly, I do think that Smilegate has done an excellent job for the full 1 year. Yes, there has been our drama. has been some up and downs, but they have really, I think, satisfied most of the community. And for the rest of the community that are still crying about all these unfair things, man, they're addressing it. Just give them the time. Their reputation is definitely a good thing. So definitely drop in some of these cool comments here. Best gacha in the universe! Happy first anniversary! You know? I can go with cool voices here. Thank you for being one of the most generous and fun gacha games. Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that sentiment. So, yeah, leave a cool comment. Also, yeah, you want to keep in mind that, use your common sense, man. Like, inappropriate messages will be disqualified, and Violet, they'll be removed. Alright? So, like, leave a decent comment, alright? Leave a decent comment. Anyways, I'm going to end this here. Very cool. First week of the anniversary countdown here. Yeah, so if you guys have, if you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. Have fun on this anniversary, guys, and I will see you guys next time.